So, trying to get ready for winter around here. So I brought all my winter stuff into the shop. So it's ready to open the door, kick the door open, and just blow some snow. Excuse me. So, of course, it does, man. Simplicity. It's one of the best snowblowers going. Snowblower. Yeah, anyway. Except for the starter. See the starter missing there? There's your ring gear. The starter's missing. Why is the starter missing? So, zip on over here. How do you like that? So I think what's happened here is lower bolt loosened off, top bolt loosened off, and just the torque from the starter kicked it kind of at a bit of an angle and snapped that piece off. Well, that's like pot metal, white metal, whatever. There's just no way I'm going to be able to braze that, and sure can't weld it. So especially since it's load bearing. So yeah, I mean, it was just a cosmetic little thing, no big deal. Just rest it up, but it's got to hold a load. Anyway, that's the thing with that starter. So forget about that starter. Here is another starter, same starter. Picked this up from some guys in town who sell Simplicity. They happen to have a starter that's got burnt out wirings. Well, guess what? On that starter is that same mount plate. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put you up on the tripods, and we are going to switch these around. So got your dust cap. Here, put you on the. Why don't I put you on the tripod instead of one handing it? So anyway, here's the bolts that we're holding that starter on. There is zero evidence of any thread locker on there. So when I reassemble this, I'll put some thread locker on. Anyway, for the sake of time, that's the dust cap. That's a retaining collar and a little circlip. So that all goes back on. That holds your throw gear and that spring. Put it over there, and there's another little piece back here. It kind of winds out on this little gear here. This little not gear. What would that be? Pinion gear, I guess. Bevel gear, whatever it's called. As you can see. So we gotta get this plate off. So what do we got? What size we got? I've already kind of taken that one apart just to see what's kind of on the inside there. It's long. Oh my God, that one's not tight. I haven't taken this one apart, obviously. That one's tight, man. I think there was thread locker on that one. Bit of rust on there. That's one long one. There'll be another long one down here on the back side. On your end caps. Back here, there are brushes on the commutator underneath that back cover. There are 4 brushes that ride on the commutator. That commutator is attached to the armature, and the armature spins in the stator. That makes sense? Stator, stationary. There. And then this twists off kind of the same way that the gear turned off there. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. There we go. Man, it is freaking dirty in there. See how that works? See how it looks in there? You see that? Yeah. Real exciting, huh? Anyway, on that, there's an O-ring. Looks like some water is getting in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cap off this one and stick it back on this one and button it back up and turn you guys back on. Alright, that took all of, oh gosh, 5 minutes. Put the cap back on, put the gear back on. Got it plugged in. You want to test it? Sure, why not, huh? throw works good. So let's get it onto the snowblower and try it on there, huh? Anyway, let's get that on. Let's get some Walker on there. I use this stuff. I use blue a lot. You use red, then you'll have to use heat to get it off. And you know what? I'm pretty liberal with it. This is a stick. It's not as messy. Just run the threads over. That's it. It ain't cheap, but does work. So the blue is good for is basically anti-vibration. It's snug. You use a wrench a lot. You know what that means. You know what that place is right before you strip it. That's where you should really stop. Or you can use a torque wrench. Okay, so we are on. Mount it up. Let's do our plug in here. All right, moment of truth, huh? Might get loud. Let's see. You can see if it actually starts it. It's up on this lift here. I haven't talked to you guys about this lift, but I built this lift. I originally started with a 1,000-pound lift, a very small one, cheap one, and built it up and added extensions on it. So, anyway. Choke. Well, that worked great. So there you go. Cheap fix. I found that starter in the junk pile at the local Simplicity dealer, and charged me a couple bucks for it. But in the end, I get to use my starter, so that's kind of nice. Anyway, I'm going to button this back up and bid you guys good night. Thanks for hanging around.